Hello everyone out there in YouTube. Hello subscribers. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Dinah Lee. This is Starlight Tarot and True Crime. I am your practical mystic and no BS oracle. And today I'm doing a reading on the civil lawsuit of Gabby Petito's parents and Brian Laundrie's parents. Today they went to court. Brian Laundrie's attorney with the Laundrie's attorney, Brian Laundrie's parents' attorney, was there in court to represent them. This was in, I believe it was in Venice, Florida, just south of the Tampa Bay area, about 2 hours away from me. And they were motioning to dismiss the entire lawsuit, which was basically about emotional distress that the Petito family, Gabby's mother and father and their respective partners, suffered due to the fact that the Laundries refused to give them any information, and given the fact that supposedly they knew that Gabby Petito was in fact deceased, and said nothing, The allegation is that they knew as of the end of August of 2021. If you remember this whole thing that happened last year between Gabby Petito, Brian Laundrie, two youngsters, I don't remember how old they were, I think 20s, early 20s, went out on this 6-month or so road trip. It was Gabby Petito's van, and they were gone just a few months, and Brian Laundrie comes home in August without her, but in her van. And at that point, his parents took him in. They went on a camping trip together as a family, and then and the police, knew that he was there, so they weren't too worried about him. But then at some point, he told his parents he was going to go hiking in the swamps or whatever it was in Florida near his home, and he never came back. And I believe the Laundries waited like 3 days after he was gone to even let anyone know that he was gone or missing. In the meantime, Gabby Petito's parents are frantic. They have no idea what's happened to their daughter. They're looking for her everywhere. A YouTuber, forgot what their channel's called, forgive me, spotted what they thought resembled the van of Gabby Petito in the Grand Tetons, or outside of the Grand Tetons, somewhere in the Grand Tetons, and that is what led police to find her remains. So later they found, after there had been a lot of rain, a lot of flooding in the swampy area where Brian had been hiking, supposedly, they weren't able to find him. And then after the water receded, Brian's parents somehow led the police directly to his remains. They found him apparently deceased of a self-inflicted wound. So there was a journal there. No one publicly knows the contents of that journal, but the allegations by the Petito family are that the Laundrie family definitely knew that Gabby Petito was not alive, and had their attorney Stephen Bertolino issue an official statement representing them, as a legally representing them, saying, "We give our heartfelt condolences." This was before they believed they knew. Yeah, it was before the whole Brian Laundrie was found thing. So it was around the middle of September, I believe September 14th, Stephen Bertolino issued this statement saying, We sincerely give our condolences to the Petito family. We understand there is a search underway near Grand Tetons, and we hope that she is found and reunited with her family. And so that is the claim, from what I understand, from the Petito family, that this caused additional emotional suffering. And there's another word they used, something, it wasn't incredible, but like incredible harm to them, because it gave them false hope that their daughter was alive. So basically, the Judge Carroll, heard both sides today. It was just a hearing to dismiss the entire case. And he heard from both attorneys, and he said that he would give an answer within 2 weeks. So we'll know in 2 weeks from the judge if he's going to allow this case to continue, or if he's going to throw it out or dismiss the case, or if he's going to allow it to go forward and have a jury trial over this issue. So I thought I'd just do a reading on it and see what the likelihood of the outcome is going to be, what Judge Carroll is going to decide. So here we go. Angels, Teachers, Guides. My personal team of Angels, Teachers, Guides. My personal team of Angels, Teachers, Guides. Please help guide us regarding Judge Carroll's decision on the Gabby Petito Brian Laundrie case. I did follow the story very closely last year. I believe one of the reasons why it was so highly public is because the police pulled them over somewhere. I can't remember they were. Somewhere out west, Midwest. And so they have all this footage of them questioning Brian Laundrie and questioning Gabby Petito. Their van was swerving. There had been reports of a man outside of a coffee shop or cafe hitting and slapping a woman, which was Gabby. And so this whole gaslighting thing started happening with Gabby, where she started blaming herself. She seemed extremely emotional, distraught in these videotapes. And Brian was just as calm as a cucumber, right? Joking with the police and all that. So let's see. That's why I believe it was such a big story, because we knew more about them and their story than almost any other case. A lot of these cases that come up, you just hear about it. You don't see any video police footage of anybody. You don't get a feel for who they are. A lot of people said, oh, this is getting a lot of attention because it's this or that. I believe it's because of the footage, the police, the body cam footage that we all got to watch. So it was almost like we were there. We were all witnesses to what happened at that time, right before all hell broke loose, right? Judge Carroll's decision on the trial going forward. Judge Carroll's decision on the trial going forward. What is the likely outcome? Okay. The Rainmaker. Okay. This is the Rainmaker card. This is one of the Shaman cards. Very deep deck. I usually do read these descriptions, because I don't like to assume anything with the Shaman cards. They're very mystical message, very deep, and usually pretty detailed. The Rainmaker is the master of manifestation who can call on the elements of nature to serve the greater good. When the power to co-create is used with integrity, great beauty and benefit flow to all. When this power is used for personal gain only, everyone suffers. When the earth is parched, the Rainmaker calls the waters from the heavens and all that is dormant in the fields and in people's hearts. Bring to life again. The Rainmaker is calling you to create something new from the elements that are already in your life. Be sure you work with what is and not with might could be or could have been. The seeds that have been silently germinating in your heart will burst forth ready for the sunlight. Do not hold back. Put all your chips on the next roll of the divine dice. So at this point, I'm not sure. This is saying what stands out to me is be sure and work with what is and not with what might be or could have been. So the Laundrie's defense here is that all they were doing was using their Fifth Amendment rights to not speak. Where the potential problem is that they did speak and gave their attorney spoke on their behalf and therefore caused unnecessary emotional distress because they supposedly knew. So let's just see. This is the cornerstone of the reading, though, saying to work with what is and not what could be. That kind of makes me feel like the judge may dismiss, but there's a lot of eyeballs on this case right now. And if it does go to jury trial, it may set a new precedence for, I think they said, an avalanche of lawsuits, okay, that say there was an attorney that was on JBF TV, I don't know, the news station here in Florida, that was saying he was interviewing an attorney that calls himself the lawyer you know, I believe. I've never heard of him, but saying that it would set a precedence for an avalanche of additional lawsuits for parents of children who've experienced harm in some kind of way, suing for emotional distress. But I believe this is a special case because the Laundries knew. It's not like, he gave the example of a drunk driver going out and harming someone. Shh, shh, shh. Buttercup snoring in the background. I apologize. She's always got to be in here snoring. I'm going to put her out. There we go. So we've got the Rainmaker. It's the cornerstone of the reading here. We've got never-ending story. Okay, so this is something that, like, it needs to come to a conclusion. This thing has been going on and on. I also feel like someone just smacking their head or banging their head, coming up, with the same sort of blocks over and over. But then we have the serendipity card. Okay, the everything is wonderful, and then we have this clean it up card. I think this represents like him going round and round and round in his head, like trying to make a decision. It's up to him, and he's got this time limit. And what's drawing my attention is she's actually sitting on top of one of those hourglasses, right? She's sitting on top of an hourglass, and her hands are sort of in her head, and almost as if she's, trying to figure this out. So I think this is a tough decision for him. And the Rainmaker reminds us, it's like he's saying to himself, don't embellish this. I think this is his argument in his head, is like, we don't need to make this any more complicated. Work with what is and not what could be. So we'll continue with the reading and then clean it up. I think he's going to take some time out. But I also believe this is him saying to the Petito's attorney, look, you need to tighten this up a little bit. You need to tighten this argument up a little bit. And I believe that he can amend the complaint of on the Laundrie family. So I'm going to pull a few more cards here. Judge Carroll. Judge Carroll's decision. What is the likelihood this case will go to trial or dismissal? I mean, I can sort of, like I said, I'm not an attorney and I don't know the law in and out. Using the defense, the Laundrie family, their Fifth Amendment right to not speak. I mean, I guess it's just not socially acceptable. They were engaged at one time. Gabby Petito lived with the Laundrie family. For them to have knowledge that she wasn't back, that Brian was with her van, and Gabby Petito's parents are begging for information, and they gave them none, is socially and maybe even morally reprehensible. But legally, do they have, I mean, legally, I think they have that right, I guess. But I think, again, like I said, the slip up was the official statement by their attorney, Stephen Bertolino. That's what I believe this whole case is resting on, at least at this moment in time. Judge Carroll for the Brian Laundrie, Gabby Petito. Sleeping Beauty's dream. There's Gabby showing up in this reading right here. Sleeping Beauty. As soon as I put that down, I knew that was representing Gabby. Well, so he's thinking about Gabby and her family quite a bit and what they must have gone through. And we also have Moon Dance, walking a very fine line, and he knows he is. He knows he's walking a very fine line because, you know, there's a lot of people who are going to have eyes on this case. This is a tough decision for him. Also, if he alluded to the fact that if a case were to not go to trial until early next year, he may or may not be there. And that seemed to put the Petito family attorney in a little bit of distress. I'm not exactly sure. I don't know if Judge Carroll wants to retire, if he's going on vacation. Well, or I don't know. It's up to somebody else, I guess, who presides over the case, should it go to trial. Judge Carroll, can you tell us what else? Judge Carroll's decision regarding the Petito Laundrie case going to the art of seduction. The attorney is going to have to convince, I think. Did this happen today? Did the attorney convince? Did the, you know, which way is he gonna go? All right, let's pull some tarot cards and see what the did they convince the judge? Get going. It's so hot here in Florida right now. I'm sticking to the chair. I got shorts on. Angels, teachers, guides, angels, teachers, guides, angels, teachers, guides. Judge Carroll's decision with Gabby Petito, Brian Laundrie case. Two of Cups. you know, the parents never got justice for Gabby's passing at the hands of Brian Laundrie, because Brian Laundrie offed himself, right? So there was no justice done. They're both gone. You know, he never had to answer to anyone but, you know, God Almighty. But I see Gabby represented here, and there's a spirit form. There's this Two of Cups, which can be you and your higher self, you and, you know, creating something. And I believe that because they couldn't get justice for her, that there's a desire for, on her behalf, for her parents to get this compensation, right? For some kind of wrong to be righted in the situation. The judge may take that into consideration, that they never got justice for their daughter. There's like a hole, you know, in their heart. And I don't think it's even about the money. It's about getting something, right? Getting something. There's a lot of people who think that the case should be dismissed. I saw it live in the comments, that they should be able to use their Fifth Amendment right to not speak, to remain silent, I don't think there's any law that forces anyone to say anything. But again, it's the little details and what's the decent thing to do here. So I think the judge is that the problem is legally what can be done. Legally what can be done. Oh, it's outrageous behavior. That's the word I couldn't think of earlier. They're trying to prove outrageous behavior, which I guess is can be punished. You know, punitive damages can be awarded to someone for outrageous behavior, which isn't necessarily a legal thing, but it's bad enough to be compensated for. I don't know if any of you guys out there are watching that are attorneys, you can explain it to all of us, right? We've got the Ten of Cups under the serendipity card. Judge Carroll's decision. Will the trial go forward? Will the trial go forward? Or will it be dismissed? Judge Carroll's decision. Angels, teachers, guides, angels, teachers, guides, angels, teachers, guides. Judge Carroll's decision. Judge Carroll's decision. This one. So far we have the Two of Cups, Ten of Cups, Three of Pentacles. You know, Gabby Petito's attorney may need to hire some additional team members to help to clean this case up. I'm still not sure where this row is going. But this is very Ten of Cups, like, you know, happy life, happy family, amazing future coming in, like everyone is happy and joyous and serene and feeling safe with the serendipity card. So let's just keep going. We've got the King of Pentacles. Is this going to go to trial? Judge Carroll's decision. Ace of Cups. Beginning of something. The judge needs Gabby Petito's attorney, the Petito parents' attorney, to clean this up. It's almost like he's saying, prove to me, like, I want to make these parents happy, but you've got to prove to me how they've broken the law or committed outrageous acts in some way. That's what I'm getting from this right now. And I think maybe that attorney, like I said, needs to hire some additional people that have experience. And I'm not saying this attorney doesn't have experience in a matter like this, but from what they said, this is an extremely unusual case. So maybe bringing someone in who has been involved in this kind of trial and helping to amend the complaint somehow. Judge Carroll's decision. Will this case go to trial? Will this case go to trial? Will this case go to trial? Gabby Petito, Brian Laundrie's parents. Will this case go to trial? Thank you. Yep, he's taking time out to do it, the hermit. And this may be the attorney getting guidance also, like I said, from others, people who've done this already, who've been through it. Gabby Petito's attorney needs help. 10 of Wands. It's a big burden for the judge. And the parents. Knight of Cups. So they're going to try to use matters of the heart to get this case go to trial. And I did hear that today from the attorney. The power of persuasion, the emotional distress that's here. And here's the burden, right? Saying that they've been burdened by this distress, that the Petito family's been burdened by the distress, and therefore they should receive the compensation for this. So we're seeing the story here sort of playing out. This is today. We want this outcome. It's all about the heart. We got the 10 of Cups, Ace of Cups, Knight of Cups. They are emotionally distressed. And this is the judge over here kind of saying, look, you need to clean this up. Attorneys going out, maybe asking for assistance from other attorneys. And then the 4 of Wands, celebration. I think it's going to go. I think it's going to go to trial. At this point. Now the judge could change his mind any second, right? I think right now he is leaning towards this going to trial because we got this 4 of Wands, we've got the celebration card. Now, the worst thing that could happen, other than this avalanche of new lawsuits or whatever, is that they're not awarded anything, right? That they're not awarded a darn thing. And then, there's like the judge isn't criticized for not allowing this to go to trial. The negative side of it is the potential avalanche of new cases. So that's why this needs to be so clearly defined by someone who has gone before in a trial like this, another attorney or an additional attorney. You know how like Depp had a team of attorneys, right? I think that's what they may need. I don't know if the Petito family can afford a team of attorneys. Maybe there's an attorney out there who has experience here, who knows this case, and who has sympathy and compassion for the family, that would be willing to pitch in and help, you know, at not an additional cost to the family, because I don't think they have a ton of money to invest here. There's also a side case, and I'm not familiar with that at all, and it is Gabby Petito's mother, and something about the estate of Gabby Petito. Something's being tied up. I didn't really get that. I'll try to do some more research on what that is all about. Okay, but it sounds like they're withholding some things that she owned from the mother, hoping they tie it up in court. There was something about tying something up in court long enough to where the recipient would never get it because they would be deceased by the time they got it. I mean, I don't know what that was, but that sounded sick. That sounded just absolutely sick to me. So let's get some clarity. I think they did a good job. I'm going to say right now, I'm going to call it right now, the judge is going to allow this to go to trial. That's what I'm saying. If the attorneys can clean up the story a little bit, sharpen it up, fine tune it, and possibly amend the complaint, the guy needs to get crystal clear. I mean, I think he's good already. He knows what he's talking about. But he did admit that he just keeps going round and round with like what, you know, law was actually broken, and it's all going to fall on some very specific details. So we've got the will. So this is some things turning around here. Okay, this is the luck is changing with this story. Okay. So which favor is the will turning in? That's what we're gonna find out. I'm wondering if something's gonna come out about Gabby here, like a note, a journal, a message. I'm just getting a download in the back of my mind, guys, that something about her, something that was written about her, is going to change, possibly change the outcome. Sleeping Beauty's dream. Is this her journal? Is this something that she wrote? Is this something that Brian wrote about her? I don't know, but there's significance here. Some piece of evidence that is possibly going to come to the forefront that may change the outcome. Clarity on the Ten of Cups, please. Clarity on the Ten of Cups. Clarity on the Ten of Cups. Thank you. Okay, there is the Hierophant. So this is something very traditional. Higher learning. It's like priest. Some kind of official. Not sure why he's in there yet. Three of Pentacles. Clarity on the Three of Pentacles. Except that they wanted to get married. I mean, that was her dream. That was Gabby's dream, right? Supposedly. This is almost like telling her story in this first row. Her dream was to be together, you know, and this higher, you know, for them to get married. But obviously, you've got the Hierophant and you've got the Ten of Cups. That was the dream for a happy life, for marriage, a long-term, you know, successful relationship. But she did break it off with him at some point. And what's the Three of Pentacles? What's the Three of Pentacles? Three of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles. Oh, Three of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles. Clarity on the Three of Pentacles, thank you. Four of Pentacles. Now, if you all have been with me very long, you all know sometimes I read the Four of Pentacles as secrets, but somebody was not playing fair. Someone was not working as a team. Someone was actually hiding money or hoarding money, stealing money, something like that, okay? That this also could represent the fact that the parents may not have a lot of money, or someone keeping money from someone else. But this is like being very careful with money. Somebody's not doing what they're supposed to do regarding money, okay? And this may be the side case that's going on, talking about like them not releasing Gabby's belongings or whatever it is. What, I don't know what the thing is there, like I just said, but someone not being part of a team regarding finances here. So this may be also represent, it may represent two things. The attorneys need to clean things up, wanting to hire additional team members. Maybe there's not enough money, but this could also be showing me this little side case that Gabby's mother has. I believe her name is Nicole. Is that correct? If I'm wrong, I apologize. Clarity on the King of Pentacles, please. Clarity on the King of Pentacles. Clarity on the King of Pentacles. If you guys have watched any of the Amber Heard interviews lately, oh my gosh. Oh, I called it, by the way. I'll put the link to the video I did up here somewhere. It was, I think it's This Is So Twisted or whatever. Is this what she was planning all along? Towards the end, somewhere in that video, I said, and it was a short video. It's only like, or no, it was the future of Amber Heard. That was a short video, so I'll put that up there. Yeah, two different things. Sorry, this is an aside. It was like a 6 or 7 minute video I did on the future of Amber Heard. I called it. I pulled out a book and I called out, I think it was Revenge, or I could be getting the two mixed up, but she's never going to stop, okay? She's going to use this for everything she can. And then the other video was This Is Twisted, and is this what she was planning all along? She is still going to try to get him back. That's how insane this person is, okay? And I hate to sound judgmental or whatever, but woohoo, right? But that's exactly what a narcissistic personality does, is they don't understand the long-term consequences of their actions. Plus, apparently she's BPD, borderline, and I could totally see that. They just think they're supposed to be forgiven. There's no consequences, and we can start off for her. Anyway, just wanted to throw that in there. We got the Ten of Wands again, clarifying the King of Pentacles. Again, the burden on the parents, ready to put this down, ready to get some kind of compensation. I believe this has just been weighing on them extremely heavily. So we got Ten of Wands on top of the Ten of Wands. Just wanting some closure somehow. I'm pretty sure the Petitos are just pretty disgusted well, they've been betrayed. You know, they thought the Laundrie family was all their friend. You know, they've all had met each other, visited each other, you know, whatever. It's awful. Yeah, well, there we go. I was looking for this up here, actually, the Three of Swords. This is the betrayal. I just said betrayal. This was supposed to be... So I'm seeing a lot of Gabby in this reading, too. I'm seeing like 3 or 4 different stories going on. I'm seeing Gabby's story layered with the parents and the attorneys over here, okay? So I got the Three of Swords. She was betrayed, okay? All she wanted was this new happy life, and here's the wheel. It's coming down the burden. Serendipity, we're going to get married, blah, blah, blah. Ace of Cups, new beginning. We're going traveling out on this road. And then, bam, here comes the betrayal, the heartbreak. This is also the parents and their heartbreak for what has happened in the past. So we got a lot of emotion, a lot of burden, very heavy energy. And I think the parents just want to, they want to sort of put this to rest, but they would like some kind of punitive damages and or compensation from the Laundrie family. And then we've got the Queen of Swords. This is the structure. I'm getting the word structure on here, even though the Queen of Swords doesn't necessarily represent structure, but this is them adding more structure. Kind of like this may even be a female attorney. Maybe they'll call Camille Vasquez, but I don't think she's licensed in Florida. But wouldn't that be cool? Like a female advisor or some kind of advisor, doesn't have to be female, coming in and saying, hey, you know, you guys are over here thinking about this. Could even be the judge, you know, researching some cases from the past and going, hey, how these, you know, come out in the past. He's gonna try to make the best. I really do feel he is a little bit confused on what to do. I don't know that he has clarity. He is really going to dig into this thing very deeply and figure out. So let's see. Let's go on. 10 of Wands. 10 of Wands. 10 of Wands. No. Clarity on the 10 of Wands. This one. Clarity on the 10 of Wands. Thank you. A High Priestess. So these are things that are hidden from us right now. Things that will be revealed in time. All of the things that the High Priestess knows is actually hidden behind her. These are like 2 curtains over here. And she knows things, but she's not telling us right now. And she's saying all will be revealed in time. Usually there's a moon on her head. Sometimes the moon is in the background. And those are secrets, illusions, and the subconscious. So, she's very connected to the unknown, to the mystic realm, right? She is a mysterious person. She's not actually a physical person. I think the first physical, real person that shows up in the Major Arcana in the Tarot is the Empress. The High Priestess is sort of a otherworldly type person, like a magical, I'm going to say magical person, even though that's probably not correct wording, but something being revealed And this just may represent the judge looking for answers very deep within. But also something being shown to us, something new, like I said, being shown to us that we've never seen before. Okay, some kind of new revelation that's coming in that we don't know about right now. That's what I'm getting. Something's going to be revealed about these burdens. Something that was going on. I feel like that's just Gabby talking. She felt betrayed because he was leaving. There's another story here, guys. Like I said, I'm getting several stories. I'm going to leave that one for now because I really want to find out about the upcoming potential trial, whether it's going to be dismissed or not. So we got the King of Wands and the Knight of Cups. Fire sign, King of Wands. Clarity on the Four of Wands. I'm seeing attorney there, even though, and then we got the Queen of Wands. And the Seven of Wands. There's the defense. Standing up for oneself, holding the line, holding your ground. I think the attorney is going to use this art of seduction, reveal something that is very emotionally or important to the emotional distress, speaking to the emotional distress here in the betrayal of the whole family, including, Brian Laundrie, but nothing can be done about him because he is currently not with us anymore. And then we have the Queen of Wands, Seven of Wands, and the Four of Wands right there. So I believe it's going to go to trial, at least right now. This could change any moment, but I believe this is what the outcome is. And after that, I'll do some more readings, depending on what the judge says. I could be wrong. I can always be wrong, but I usually haven't been wrong so far. Anywho, let's get a follow-up card. I think the attorney, what's happening is, because this is like a really deep reading, is going to come up with something that is going to, this new evidence, something that's going to be revealed, something they find that is going to convince the judge to allow this to go to trial. And I believe this is some kind of an amendment that this Queen of Swords person is going to shed light on, and this is going to clean it up real quick, and then it'll become like it's a no-brainer for the judge. Okay, Sacred Destiny card for this potential trial, Judge Carroll, in this decision. Thank you. and community. He may be thinking of the community transformation. He may be because there's so much support for the Petito family, right? That I believe he is taking this all into consideration. But look, there's rainbows, there's butterflies. I believe this is all of us helping to celebrate the judge's decision in going to trial and having a jury trial, and let the people, let the public make a decision. Let the public, let the community in on this. Let the people decide whether the Laundrie family and the Petito, well, let's see, let the community decide whether the Petito family deserve some kind of compensation, punitive, or I don't even know if they can have punitive damages, okay, but punitive in the form of compensation towards the family. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed this reading today. If you did, please hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe button. It helps me out so much. You have no idea. Thank you, thank you, thank you for being here. And stay tuned, because the next video I will do on, can't think of his name right now. I believe his first name is Dylan. He has been missing since, I believe, the end of May. This case has come to my attention. I believe a 19-year-old farmer who has gone missing, and they believe that there is foul play involved. I've already had a few downloads about this case, so I will do that next. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, hit the little bell so you're notified when new videos come out, and please let me know if you have a suggestion for a case or a trial or something coming up. Let me know what you want to see, okay? And I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much. Bye for now.